Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This will be a complete project tutorial series for this two-story modern house. Let's get started. So to start, let's open a new architecture template. And before to start, let's switch to south elevation. And then we're gonna add levels. So we're gonna fix this level 2. We're gonna put it at 3200. We're gonna add another one. So you can click this one and type in CO for copy, or you could go to architecture and look for level or LL for short. So click this one and then add in another level. So this will be 6400, and then we're gonna add one more. So for just shortcut, LL, and then we're gonna put this at 1000. So we have 4 levels, and these are all the dimensions. So let's go back to level 1. So here we're gonna add in grid lines. So go to architecture and click this icon, or GR for short. And here we're gonna add one line here, and then press escape. We could click this and then click copy or CO. You can also click multiple if you want, but I'm just gonna simply add just one, and this will be at 7000. So give me a second, copy again, and then 7000. So we're good with this, and let's add the horizontal grid line. So here we're gonna add one here, and press escape and click on the bubble so that you could change it. So I'm gonna put A and then enter. Press escape, click this again, and then select copy. And this will be 1300. Or sorry, 13,000. And if you want to change this, you can just simply select one, and then as you can see, this is linked. So if you change this, it will follow, unless you put this one on a different endpoint. So press escape. So now we have our overall dimension that we're gonna work on. So to start again, let's click on the wall, and we're going to edit this type and then duplicate, and we're gonna put this as exterior wall number 1. We're gonna leave it at 200, so the thickness of the wall. So press OK and then OK again. And then we're going to select the rectangle, and then don't forget that you need to set this to level 2. And then we're gonna leave this wall center line. So once we add this one to the intersection, it will be exactly in the middle of this grid line. And then we're gonna add at the endpoint as well. You can press escape or you can lock this. So for now, we're just going to leave it unlocked because we could always change the size depending on the design. So press escape, escape. So now we have our exterior wall. Now we could go back to level 1 again and then add in interior walls. So click on the wall and then we're going to edit this type and duplicate. This will be interior wall number 1. Press OK, click on the edit, and let's edit this thickness. Press OK and then OK again. So now we're just making sure that it's going up to level 2, chain, and then wall center line. So let's add it right here. And I'm just gonna add it for now, and then edit the dimension afterwards. So this is around 3900. So there's going to be a division from the stairs to the kitchen. This will be dining area and living room. Press escape. You can select this again and then click CS or this icon so that you can automatically redo the command that you selected. So this is interior 1. If you press escape and select exterior wall and click this icon, exterior wall number 1 will be active as well. So here we're gonna change some of the exterior part on this. So we're gonna add this wall. So this will be our carport area. This area could be a bedroom or an office. So I'm gonna change this dimension. This should be 3750. And then we're gonna trim this area. So you can type in TR or the trim. So TR and then select this walls and it will trim it. Press escape. We're actually gonna add in 2000 millimeters or 2 meters more on this side. So I'm just gonna add in a grid line just to represent that. And then with that, we can extend this wall. And then we could also extend this wall. So let's select interior wall again and create similar. Let's add in the office or bedroom. I'm gonna change the dimension after I finish this. This is going to be a powder room or a bathroom. And we're going to have a closet right here. And then this will be the stairs. So here, let's change this. So I'm going to base it from this line. And let's put it at 2100. This will be 2650. This will be for 1400. But let's change this. And then the closet. $1,000. And then let's extend this. Or you could use align or AL. So type in AL. And then you could base it from here. And then, so you select the one that you're gonna base from. So I selected this first so that it will change this line. Press escape once you're done. So next thing we're gonna add is the doors. So select door, and we're just gonna use the standard door that Revit have. And then you need to click on the spacebar to change the orientation. And you can also go inner or outside of the wall to change it from the sides. So we're going to add it there. We're also going to add it for the bathroom. We're actually going to change this. So I'm going to select both of them by holding on Control button. And we're going to add or change it from the smaller one. And as you can see, you change the size. And then after that, we're gonna add the door right here to go to the outside. And then I'm planning to extend this wall. And then use align. So AL or this icon. There we go. So this will be kitchen, dining, living. I'm gonna add in a double door here for the main entrance. We have an office or an extra bedroom, a bathroom, a closet, and this will be the stairs. So let's insert a double door. So go to insert, load family, and go into doors. And as you can see, we have different kinds of doors. So let's add this one. And then you can either select an individual type or you can select all of them. I'm just going to select all of them. And then once you're done, actually let's add in a sliding door for the back instead. So I'm going to add this and then load everything. Instead of this door, I'm going to use that door. So go back to architecture and then door. This is the sliding door. I'm going to add it right over here. And then I'm going to switch and add in the double door for our main. So it's looking good now. And before we finish this, let's add in the floor. So go to architecture and then click floor. And then let's edit this type and then duplicate. This will be floor number 1. Press OK and then edit and then change the thickness. I'm just gonna put this at 200 and then OK. And then OK again. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pick this line and then I'm gonna draw pick the lines from the inside like so. And then after that you will need to trim or TR and then just trim all of this like that. Once you're done, press this check mark and you will have the floor. So let's look at it at 3D and it's starting to look like a house now. So in the next video, we're going to add in the second floor. Thank you for watching and I hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna continue working on part 2 of the 2-story house. Let's get started. So in the last video, we created the first floor with walls, interior walls, doors, and floors. We also added the levels and the grid lines. So we're gonna continue working on this, going up to second floor. So before we start, I'm just gonna go to modify and press align or AL for short. And then we're just going to align this on this wall. Like so. Press escape. And then now let's go to level 2. And then in level 2, we could select we cannot select the walls. So what you have to do is go to the properties and look for view range, which is this under extend, and then press edit. And then after this, just change this to unlimited. And then just change this one, the cut plane, to like 100,000. Click apply and then OK. And then after that, you'll be able to select the wall. So now let's select the exterior wall again and then click on CS or this icon, create similar. So here we are adding the exterior wall of the second floor. So we could actually select the rectangle and then up to level 3, wall center line, and that's about it. I'm going to select this endpoint to this endpoint. So what will happen is we will have a master bedroom here, bedroom 2, bathroom in the middle, and another bedroom right here. And lastly, we're gonna add one more bedroom right about here, and this will be the stairs. And then under master bathroom, we will have the ensuite, and right beside that, we will have a balcony here where this bedroom will have an access and the master bedroom as well will have an access. So press escape and then let's select the exterior wall again and then press CS. I'm just going to add a wall here for the balcony. So I want to make sure they are aligned to each other. So I'm going to press AL like so. After that, I'm going to select the interior wall and then CS again. And then here, we're going to add in the interior walls. So I'm going to add it like this all the way at the back. And then with this, like that. And then we're actually gonna move this walls. So I'm just gonna nudge it like so. I believe I put it too far and move it a little bit. We could always change it afterwards. And then we're going to add one more wall. So now if you're getting confused with the walls below the underlay, so you could just go back to the properties and then change the view range or the underlay. So I'm gonna change this underlay instead. So base level, none. And then just change the underlay or the view range. So bottom is associate level. And change the view depth to associate level as well. And then we could just go to underlay if we want to see what's going on onto the level 1, like so. So this one will be good because you won't be able to select this. So now I'm gonna press AL or align. I'm gonna align this exterior wall to interior wall. So at least this is aligned, and also this one. I'm gonna extend this, and then let's add in a wall, an interior wall similar to this. Like that. Let's add in more walls. So the master bathroom. Like that. And I'm gonna align it with this. AL. So I'm just extending this. And then after that, we could add in the door. So I'm gonna change this to the single flush. And you know what? We still haven't add the walls here. So I'm gonna add it like this. And then the bathroom will be 1400. And then the bedroom is around 4000. So before we add the door, let's just go back to view range, because if we add door right now, it's not gonna appear. So just go back to view range and set this back to associate level number 2, and then the cut plane to 1200. Apply, and then OK. And then now let's click on the door and press escape to change orientation. So in this, there's an error because we need to move it a little bit. And then add the door here. So spacebar to change orientation. And then here, we're gonna add in the sliding door on both sides. So in this side, for this bedroom, and then the master bedroom. So something like that. And we could just use the arrow key to change it later. So after that, I miss a door here, so let's add in a door, a single flush, like that. And then go back to architecture and let's add in the floor. So I'm gonna choose the pick line on this side. and then use the trim command to extend this as well. Something like this, and then finish. I'm gonna choose don't attach for now, but we could attach it later on. So looking good. Let's go back to level 2, and we could add in the stairs. So go back to level 1, and then go to architecture, and let's select the stairs. So this will be base level, level 1, and top level, level 2. So we're just gonna create a simple stairs. And as you can see that the remaining, there's a remaining sign at the bottom. So it will tell you how many riser created and how many more remaining. So I created 8 and there's 10 more remaining. So I'm going to make this equal, and then I'm going to add in a landing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in, and it will create its own landing, and I'm just going to add it on the other side like so. So once you're done with this, you can actually edit this the width. So before we edit that, I'm gonna finish this, and then I'm gonna delete the railing, and then I'm gonna align this one into the wall like that. And then to edit, click the stairs and press this edit stairs. After that, you can see that there's an arrow here that you can change the width, something like that. So I'm gonna undo that, and I'll make sure to use align command to align it from the wall. And then after that, I'm gonna change the size on this side. And also on this side. So I'm gonna even them out. And then use align again. So if we look at it at our camera view, we can see what it looks like. So something like that. And we could change this railing by selecting this to a glass panel. So it looks much better and much modern. So something like that. So later on, we're probably gonna change this if we create the kitchen, dining, and living room area. So we have the stairs done. Now we could go back to level 2 and edit we're gonna create an opening. So just hover onto the wall and press tab until you select the floor. Once it's selected, click edit boundary, and then using rectangular, we could just open this area up like that. Press OK and just edit this side. And then actually we have to split this using this command, SL, split element, and then use trim, TR, and by trimming this. So it will create an opening on this area. And then you can press attach and then OK. We could now move this a little bit. So use align again to move this up to here. And then now it's showing an error. So now we need to move this back. I want to maintain 1400, but not on that side, on this side. Something like that. And now we have a better understanding on this layout. Thank you for watching and I hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to continue working on part 3 of this 2-story house. Let's get started. So in the previous video, we added the second floor with all the walls and doors. So before we start further, as you can see in our 3D view, that there's a gap between the floor and the wall. So to fix that, I'm gonna highlight this wall and click on the tab to select everything on the exterior side. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change this space offset to -200, the thickness of this floor. So once you do that, it will look like this and everything is fixed. For the interior side, we don't need to do that. So now let's go back to our level 1. And in our level 1, we need to add in some windows. So I'm gonna add them with a curtain wall. So go back to architecture and click on wall. And from the drop down menu, look for curtain wall. And then once it's selected, we can now add windows. So I'm gonna add it like that. Don't worry about the warning. We're gonna fix that. It's just saying that it's not showing on this, so it's still hidden until we create a cut. So we're gonna fix that later on. for now, we're gonna keep on adding the curtain wall. Something like this. And then this one here, like that. So now, for us to open this, we need to go to Modify and select Cut Geometry. You have to select this wall and then create a cut. So once it's cut, you can see it like that. So I'm gonna zoom in, select this wall, and then select the curtain wall. It will appear like this. There's gonna be broken lines like that, and then select that. We're gonna keep on doing that all around, like so, and then here as well. And then I missed this one, so I'm gonna select the curtain wall and select CS, and then I'm gonna add a curtain wall right there, and then you can select cut geometry. So now that it's added, we can now go to our second floor. So we're gonna do the same. So let's select this and CS and go back to level 2, and then we're gonna add the curtain wall. So I think it's good. So select cut geometry to cut it again. And I missed this one, so I'm gonna select this again just to add one on this side. We can move this one onto here. I'm gonna create a corner window right here. So don't forget to select the cut geometry again to cut this. So let's look at it at 3D view and see that it looks like this. We're gonna fix the height and the width right now. So let's start with the window on the side. So this window is for the washroom. So I'm just gonna make it small. Something like that. This is for the living room. I'm gonna make it small as well. But I'm gonna use align AL to match this height. I'm gonna make this 1000. 1000 is too much, so around 600. This one as well, 600. And I'm gonna put it up. So I'm looking for the arrow and like that. AL again to match. On the next We're gonna do the sides now, another side. So the right side from the south elevation. I'm just zooming in so that I could pick this one up. And you know what? We could just use this height AL, something like that. And I'm gonna copy this height. AL again. Okay. This one's bedroom. This one's another bedroom. So AL. I'm gonna copy this height as well. For this side, this will be the one for the washroom. So I'm gonna copy this height here. And I'm going to manually change the height for this. Something like that. And we're gonna change this as well. AL. I'm gonna copy this width. So like that. But I'm gonna change the height. So this is for the master bedroom. And this is for the spare bedroom or the office. So something like that. Let me go to south elevation. I just want to see the height. Almost the same. Okay. And now the corner window. We could extend it from here, like so. I'm gonna use a line as well. I'm gonna match this. And then let's go to 3D again, so that we could push this out. So this will be the west. Okay, and then I'm gonna put it back. I'm gonna hide this for now. So I'm gonna use this temporary hide element. So I hidden that. AL again. And push this out. Go to 3D. And we will now fix this part. But first, let's go back to west and let's reveal this. So select the ones that you hid and then so you could just select this icon and reset temporary isolate. Go back to 3D I'm gonna look at it at actually level 2 first. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the arrow key to notch this out. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this back. And this one as well until they meet. Oops. And then let's go to level 1 and do the same. Nudge this a little, pull this back, and move this a little bit inside. Okay, so something like that. Okay, so it looks good. Now we need to change the height. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy the same height of this. So AL, so I need to change this a bit. Oops. And then this height as well. So we're gonna stop here for now. Thank you for watching and I hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna continue working on part 4 of this two-story house design. Let's get started. So in the previous video, you were able to fix the gaps. We also changed the height of the windows. So now we're gonna continue working on this. So let's go to south elevation. And here, we're gonna extend this wall up to the 4th level. So we have this wall change, and then we're gonna keep on designing or adding features for our exterior. So I'm gonna go back to 3D and see. So we could add an enclose here. So what I'm gonna do is so for now I'm gonna extend also. I'm gonna add in an in-place mass for this side. So let's go to south elevation, architecture, this drop down, and then model in place. We're gonna add it on the generic model and then press OK. It's better if we set it. So pick a plane. I'm gonna select this plane or this wall. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put an exterior. So this one, I'm gonna extend it upwards. So something like this. And then I'm gonna use the arrow key to change this. We could change this to 150. And then let's do it like this as well. Let's add in. So let's see what's this side is 200. So actually let's just maintain this as 200 so that everything is balanced. And then now we could use the trim command, tr. We're gonna trim this and then erase remaining lines like so. So click finish and then finish. Look at it at 3D like so. Let's add in the roof. So go to level 3. So in level 3, let's change the view range. So click this one, edit, and then put it at unlimited. And then put in as much number as you can. And then as you can see, everything is showing. And then now we can go to architecture and then click on the roof. So let's edit this type, duplicate roof 1. Change the thickness to 200. Okay. And then uncheck define slope. If you leave it checked, it will be a sloping, or it will have a slope edge on the roof. So you need to uncheck this one, and then I'm gonna pick the lines like this. and then TR for trim. We can actually extend this one. So TR and just delete this. And look at it at 3D. It will look like this. We will need to edit this. So go back to level 3, edit, AL, and then finish. So it will look like that. We can move this back. And we could join this part. Like so. So now we're gonna change this part. We're gonna add a wall here, or we could just extend this one. So let's go to level 2 and let's try to extend this. So AL, and to copy it off, we're gonna put in something there. So go back to south elevation and then go to model in place, another generic model, and extrusion. Pick a plane. We're gonna pick this plane, and then now we're just gonna model it like that. Use the trim command, TR, and then erase the remaining lines. Use AL, so it looks good, and then finish. So we have this design. So now we're just gonna add in the wood part on this area. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to level 1 and then go back to architecture and then model in place, generic model number 3, and let's create another extrusion. So let's change this 200 and then trim it again with TR and delete the remaining. Click finish and then let's look at it at 3D. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull it up like so. Select this and then edit extrusion. Actually, just click finish and we need to add a void. I'm gonna select a plane and for now I'm gonna create this void on this side and then click finish and click cut. So it did cut. So I'm gonna move it like so. Let's try and use align to align everything. And then after that, once you're done, you can click finish and it will look like that. So it looks much better. So next thing is we need to add our curtain or mullion, curtain grid and mullion. So here I'm just gonna select mullion because I kind of like the look of this. So I'm just gonna add mullions on the edge. So So I'm going to select this. So actually I'm going to delete this. Because instead of this big one, I'm gonna use the smaller mullion. So click mullion again, all grid, and then there's a drop down here. I'm gonna use 50 mm by 65, not the 150. It's much better. I'm gonna use it here, but I'm gonna erase the one that in the center. So I'm gonna go back on that. I'm just gonna go around here. So I'm not gonna use it for now here because I need to fix this height. So AL, I'm gonna use the same height as this. So this small one is for the kitchen, and this is for the dining area. So I'm gonna put it up a little, or I'm gonna copy this height on the side. And after that, I'm gonna click the mullion again, all grid. So that's done. Now to get back here, the one for the corner, I'm gonna remove. So I remove that one, and I'm gonna remove this as well. So that looks better as a corner window. So I'm gonna add something here. So let's go to level 2 and then click wall. I'm gonna use a curtain wall for this. And then go back to south elevation. And then just drop it like that. So it's kind of look like this. And let's add in some floors here. So go back to level 1. And I'm gonna add a floor. So edit this, duplicate floor number 2. Okay, okay. Something like this. Use AL. And this part as well. And then TR to trim and remove the excess. So let's look at it at 3D. So I'm gonna fix this part. Edit boundary. Go to level 1. Use AL. Click finish. AL as well. And then finish. So it looks better. So we're gonna finish the video for now. Thank you for watching and I hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna continue working on part 5 of this 2-story house. Let's get started. So in the previous video, we were able to add the roof. We also add some aesthetics for our exterior wall. And then we added some railing. And we added some mullions for our windows. So in today's video, we're gonna continue working on that. I'm planning to add in the gate for this. So to start, let's go to level 1. So I'm gonna add in the gate. So I'm gonna use a wall for that. So let's look for a generic 300 millimeters. Edit this. I'm gonna duplicate and I'm just gonna name it gate. Press OK and leave the thickness like that. And I'm gonna add in the gate right here. AL. So I'm gonna put it like that. And then from the 3D, I'm gonna lower this. And I'm gonna use the split element to split this. I'm going to use split element again, SL. Like this. And then SL again. And delete this. So let's check it out. And then I'm gonna connect this one with the same wall. So let's go back to level 1. And I'm gonna add the grills here. So I'm gonna use model in place and generic model. Use extrusion. I'm gonna select this. And I'm just gonna do it like that. $200. And this will be 50. Okay, press OK. It looks good. So before we finish, I'm gonna go back to level 1. I'm gonna select this and then copy multiple. Or what we could do is we could use array and make sure last is thick, and then we could add in probably 12. and change it to 15. Cancel this. Go back to array. Change this to 30. And then click finish. So we were able to do this. And then in this part, we're just gonna add the door, but it will be in Twinmotion. So just imagine we have a door here. I'm planning to add a see-through door so that you could visualize the main part of the house. So here, I'm also gonna add in a door, but on a horizontal. So what I'm gonna do is go to level 1. So this will be the gate, and then click on model in place, and then generic model, and this will be an extrusion again. So I'm just gonna add something like this and click finish. And change the dimension. And before we finish, let's go to south and use array. So from here, hit finish. All the way to the up there. Let's change 15. So it looks like it doesn't go up. So ungroup, then just delete. So instead of using array, we're just gonna copy it from our south elevation. And then click multiple, uncheck constraint. and then just delete the remaining. So it will look like this. So we will have the gate for the car, and then we also have a gate for people. So let's add in more floors for the roads. So let's go to level 1 and click on level the floor, and then let's edit type, duplicate level 3, and then press OK. We are just going to extend this. And also we're going to add more walls. So we're going to add So we're gonna duplicate this basic wall gate, duplicate. So let's put it gate 2. Let's edit this. We're gonna start adding some materials. So we're gonna choose one of these materials. Fieldstone, apply, and then OK. So the main purpose of us changing the materials, even though it's random, it's because once we export this to Twinmotion, Twinmotion will know that this object is for this specific material. So now let's just create some walls for our neighbors, something like that. And then press escape, and even on the other side. Duplicate, and then change the materials. And you can choose random. So let's escape on that and add more floors. Edit this type, duplicate, floor number 4, edit, this will be 100. This will be for the road. We can change the materials as well. I'm gonna change this offset to -100. So like that. And we're gonna add in floors on this. So click in floor, edit type, duplicate, change this to 200 again. And then the other side. We're gonna change this exterior wall, edit type, I'm gonna change also this. So interior wall, So this has been changed. So we're probably gonna add a house here just to populate scene. Or we could just add in some vegetations on the side as well. Thank you for watching and I hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna continue working on part 6 of this two-story house. Let's get started. So we're gonna start by clicking on this wall. So by clicking on the wall, I'm planning to just add an opening here. So to do that, I'm just gonna click on rectangle and get something like this. I'm gonna use align and I'm gonna align it from the railing here. And then after that, I'm just gonna click finish. And as you can see, we were able to create the opening like that. You can also edit the opening like so. So once you see the arrow, you can actually adjust it. So we're gonna adjust more so that we could change the look of this. So I'm gonna align it so AL, and then we're going to pull this down. I would like to add more character on all of this. So what I'm planning to do is the mullion will be black and I would like to have a white sweep around the windows. So to do that, let's go to architecture and then component model in place and look for generic model again. Press OK and then OK. We're going to use sweep and then pick path. I'm going to choose this edge and I'm going to move it all around. So as you can see, this is not meeting. So just type in TR for trim and extend, and it will extend that. So once you're done, you can click finish and then edit profile. Once you edit profile, we can now click on rectangle and we can draw the design here. So as of now, it's 25 by 35. I'm gonna make it 50 by 50. And let's move it on this end to this end, like so. Click finish and then finish again. And before we click finish, let's change the material so that we don't need to come back to that. And then after that, let's choose something different. Let's choose concrete precast and then finish again. So we're gonna do that on all windows in the front. So let's go back to architecture, model in place, generic model, and then OK. Click on sweep and then pick path. Same idea, all the edge, and use trim command, TR, to trim and extend this part so that they will meet. Click finish, edit profile, and create your design. So we're gonna maintain 50 by 50 and then just move this one to the end. And then click finish. Finish again. And then the material. And then we're gonna do the same thing on this two windows to give it more character. Sweep, pick path, choose the edge, finish, edit profile, and create your design. And then move it. And then click finish, finish, and then change material. And then finish again. Let's try and just copy this. So I rather just create the same thing, the same process instead of copying. Sweep, pick path, choose the edge, finish, edit profile, and then the design. Click finish, finish, and then the material. And then last finish. So it's looking better now. We're just gonna add something at the top. And then sweep again, pick path, and we're gonna create it from here. And then TR to trim and extend. Click finish, edit profile, and let's just design this very simple. Okay, like that. Click finish, finish, and then the material, and lastly finish. So it looks better like that. I'm just gonna edit. Just want to change the thickness. So I'm gonna give it maybe 40 or 50, like so. So it's much better. And maybe edit the sweep again. So maybe we could just extend this a little. Something like that. And then click finish and finish. So it's looking much better now. We have the opening here and then the trim at the window. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna edit this. As you can see, the sidewalk. So what you can do is you click the sidewalk. So once you click it, you will have this option under modify floors. You choose add split line. It will be on this view. So as you can see, you will see a green dash lines. I'm gonna add 2 lines here. And what I want you to check is it needs to be 90 for the angle, so that you know that you place it on a 90-degree angle. Something like that. And then one more like this. '90-degree again. Add more here. And then here as well. Oops. So once you add the split line, you can now click on the modify sub element. So what will happen is you can now click on this point, and as you can see, there will be an arrow going down, and you can put it down or up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it down. You can basically put 100, -100 down. So as you can see, it went down. This one as well. I'm gonna click this and then click on this, -100. And this one as well. So as you can see, it went down to the road, and we only need to pull this down on this side to have it a slope. So let me do that again. So split line, it will have this. And then modify sub element, negative 100, and then negative 100 as well. So it's looking good. We have our slope right there. So I'm just basically chopping this walls like so. So it looks much better now. You can also put or create a sweep here so that the edge of the sidewalk as well, and on the other side to make it look realistic. And then I'm just gonna simply add some houses on the side. So let's go to level 1. We're gonna create just a simple house like this. And then let's add in a roof. So let's go to level 2 and then roof. I'm gonna edit this type, duplicate roof number 2. I'm just choosing random materials and I'm gonna add it like so. I actually want to slope that, so I'm just gonna go back and then click roof again. I'm gonna use define slope and with an offset of 300. And then let's look at it. Okay, something like that. Let's edit this type, or let's duplicate this to 4 and change the material. Let's add in some windows to make it more realistic. And let's do that again on the other side. And this one, we're gonna add a roof as well. I'm gonna edit this type, just change it, duplicate, roof number 3, I'm gonna put an offset as well, 500. So I'm gonna make this slope 0 and this slope 0 as well. And click finish. So let's do that again. Click finish. And like that. Add some windows. And then we're gonna put some plants in front anyway, so I might move this back. And bend this a little bit. We're gonna add some trees in front of here. And let's take this and then mirror it. So I press reset shape and it will go back to the original. So as you can see, there's no more slope. Let me do that again. So just click this one and then reset shape and it will go back to the original. So now we have this. We're gonna add a background scene here. So just simply using gate 3 and then click on create similar. Let's add a simple wall like this. And pull it down. And then what we can do is we can duplicate this and change the material so that we have different materials on everything. Okay, so now it looks better. So in the next video, we're gonna send it or export it to Twinmotion, and we're gonna add in the materials. Oh, what last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna change the materials in front. So what you can do also is you can go to modify and you can click paint or PT, so it will change just the face. So let's use something random. So under, let's use this, or something that will change. So let's use plywood. So as you can see, it change. So let's use metal furring on this instead. So as you can see, by using paint, you're only changing the face. So this is one face, and then we also have the face at the back and on the side. So it only changes the face of this. So it's a quick way of changing materials without changing everything. So that's about it, and let's go to Twinmotion in the next video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.